Today we have a serial from a bunch of teenage actors from New York City known at various times as the Dead End Kids, Little Tough Guys, the East Side Kids, and the Bowery Boys. 20 years, 92 films. Let's see if we can demystify this mess. First there was the smash Broadway play Dead End that opened October 1935. It ran for 687 performances, the longest running play in the history of the Belasco Theater, which still stands to this day. Then came the Samuel Goldwyn movie. Humphrey Bogart played gangster Babyface Martin and Claire Trevor his Moll. 6 of the original leads were brought out to Hollywood: Billy Hallop, Bobby Jordan, Gabriel Dell, Huntz Hall, Leo Gorcey, and Bernard Punsley, and christened the Dead End Kids. Released in 1937, Dead End was a big hit and nominated for 4 Oscars, including Best Picture for Samuel Goldwyn and Best Supporting Actress Claire Trevor. But the kids' hijinks were out of control. They created such a havoc around the studio, Goldwyn vowed to never work with them again and sold their contract to Warner Brothers. Here they made 6 films with some of the toughest guys on the Warner lot. Universal Studios got into the act beginning in 1938. The Dead End Kids were loaned to the studio for Little Tough Guy, but replaced Leo and Bobby with David Gorcey and Hallie Chester, both from the Broadway play. It then adopted Little Tough Guys as the brand for 3 films without any of the original Dead End Kids. When the Warner Brothers contract expired at the end of 1939, Universal recruited Hallop and Hall and billed their troupe under the clunky banner of the Dead End Kids and Little Tough Guys. The cast was soon expanded to include Gabriel Dell and Bernard Punsley. In 1943, after 12 films and 3 serials, the curtain closed on this Universal series. Meanwhile, back in 1940, Monogram began the East Side Kids franchise using 2 Little Tough Guys, Hallie Chester and Harris Berger, with some other kids to fill out the cast. By the second film, Bobby Jordan and Leo Gorcey were convinced to join the series, along with his brother David and original Our Gang member, Sammy Sunshine Morrison. When Huntz Hall joined the cast on Bowery Blitzkrieg, the East Side Kids fell into a comedy style along the lines of the Three Stooges and Abbott and Costello. In 1945, after 22 films, Leo quit over a salary dispute, and that was the end of the East Side Kids. But not so fast. Gorcey and Hall formed a new production company, and utilizing basically the same cast, the Bowery Boys were born. After filming Crashing Las Vegas in '56, Leo demanded an increase on the 40% interest he held in the series. This was denied, and after a heated exchange, he quit and stormed off the studio lot. Huntz led the gang for 2 years and a few more comedic escapades until the series concluded with its 48th film, In the Money. So there you have it, 2 decades, 92 films, from the Dead End to the Bowery. And now, on with the show. From Universal Pictures, we have the last of 3 serials starring the Dead End Kids and the Little Tough Guys. The first of 12 weekly chapters, originally screened in theaters May 4th, 1942. In true cliffhanger style, it ends abruptly at the precise moment of imminent danger. Will the day be miraculously saved just in the nick of time? Find out and watch this Pizza Flicks cliffhanger serial marathon. Until the next time, may the sauce be with you.
Junior G-Men of the Air demonstrates what a great civilian defense army fully cooperating means to our country in the present emergency. State police and Junior G-Men, aided by a group of wide-awake, energetic young civilians, expose the treacherous efforts of the Black Dragon Society, a dangerous alien organization working right here in our very midst to pave the way for the conquest of the United States by the armed forces of their own country.
Yes, that baby got the hiccups. But good.
That don't mean he's gonna crash, so quit steaming.
Who's steaming? I'm just getting myself resigned to his fate. Hey, look!
Boy, that was close. He ain't out of it yet.
That's a nice job. Make a swell hunk of junk.
Or a nice ball of fire if he crashes too hard.
Why'd you put yourself on ice, sourpuss?
He ain't gonna crash.
Oh, that's sabotage, changing his mind on us like that.
Maybe it's a woman driver.
Look out! 20, 40, 42, 44, 6, 8...
Were you in that brawl?
Oh, me? No. 92, 98, 100. See, honey, just like you tell me. I count to 100 and I feel just like a little dove. Disgusting, ain't it?
Well, maybe someday you'll get to be an example to your roughneck friends.
Sure, the only reason I hang out with them ruffians, I'm teaching them to count. You know something? I won't start a fight, not even if some guy... I'll murder him!
Hey, will your old man be wild?
Hey, what you got there?
I don't know, something one of those gangsters is wearing under his coat lapel. What about their heap? Will it still travel? It's colder than a mackerel.
What are you talking about? It's been that old truck. With a genius like Ace, it'll be ones and twos in no time.
She's a happy bunch of Scrappy.
Hey, should we call the cops about the truck?
We don't mix. Come on.
If you think you're gonna follow the truck with this wreck, you're nuts.
For once, you're right.
The motor's okay. Needs a new fan assembly, a new head, and probably some timing gears.
Yeah, a little salt to put on those birds' tails so they'll wait while you're doing all that.
But we just can't sit around and let them get away with the truck, can we?
They got away with more than that, brother. With a bunch of letters from the State Bank around the corner.
Move on. Get away from that car.
What car? You mean it's Corpus Delirious?
You missed the boat this time, copper. Those gangsters got away in my truck.
What's the license of the truck?
PCQ 9069.
No, it wasn't.
You're wrong.
Well, make up your mind.
PCQ 9069, just like I said.
Radio that in.
Right.
Keep your hands off that car. You might ruin what fingerprints already there.
You ain't gonna find any of those gangsters' fingerprints on that load.
Why not, wise guy?
Because they wore gloves.
How do you know?
I got eyes, haven't I?
And Felix, too. One of the gloves smacked him right in the kisser.
Hey, tell him about that thing.
What thing? What thing?
Oh, he means that lump. He got hit on the head with a hammer.
Yeah,
Well, if you've got any evidence, you better turn it over.
I ain't got nothing. Not even my truck.
Did you identify any of the men?
No.
Well, then get going and clear out of here, all of you.
Belligerent, huh?
Nah.
How much is this, Mr. Holden?
Well, that'll cost you about $12.
All right, I'll take it.
What do you suppose your old man will say about you losing the truck?
Nothing I haven't heard before.
He'll knock your block off. How would you like to get your ears pinned back with your teeth?
I'll let him alone.
I still think you should have showed the cops that thing.
I ain't getting mixed up with Dixon Flatfoots. Let them do their job and I'll do mine. Go on, let's go see what Eddie's doing. Hi, Eddie. How's the big invention coming along?
Hello, Ace. Oh, it works great on paper. You can't put a muffler on an airplane motor. It cuts down the power too much.
Eddie says you can. That's good enough for me.
Sure, anything little brother Eddie says is all right with you.
Look, wise guy, wait till it makes about $5 million. Then you'll be talking out of the other side of your mouth.
Yeah, that'll be a shoe of another color.
You mean a horse on the other foot? Come on, let's see it work. It doesn't.
Oh, sure it does. Come on, let's try it. That's how you put it on, huh? Hey, it's all right.
Boy.
I'd like to have you deliver those things today.
I'll send all this stuff over as soon as the truck gets back.
All right.
See? Yeah, I see.
Shut up. Stick with it, kid. You'll hit it right yet. Come on, fellas, let's go. So long, Eddie.
So long. Take it easy, Eddie.
Okay, hold the truck for us, but don't notify the owner. Yes, we'll be right down. The police found the truck out in the country. There was no trace of the gang.
Looks to me like the same mob that held up the State Bank in Riviera last week.
A carefully planned job by a well-organized gang. Our best lead is that truck. The boy who owns it must have had a good look at the crooks.
What I can't figure out is how they disappeared so completely from where they left the truck. Just like that in the thin air.
Maybe you have something.
What do you mean?
That thin air.
Wishes to come in. Is it safe?
Yeah. Send plane number 1 in.
Operation's very successful, Baron.
Good. Good. Very nice. Very nice. We need such funds since our enemies have seen fit to freeze our deposits.
Very true, Excellency. And it was clever of you ordering us to strike at a state bank which finances many of the defense industries.
A double blow at those we mean to conquer. This money will enable us to buy more of those small, easily concealed machine guns which the Americans make so cleverly.
And which they so stupidly sell to anyone that'll pay their price.
It is fortunate for us. We shall be well armed when our forces strike in the Pacific. But enough of the future. I have located the factory where that mysterious pursuit plane is being made in secret.
That is great news, Excellency.
There is to be some sort of air meet at the factory's test field. Under cover of that, it should be easy for you to accomplish our purpose.
How you doing, muzzlers?
Does my schnauzer see me or is the wind blowing from the glue factory?
That's no glue. That's a dead fish.
How you both are? Smells like a certain character who should be nameless. All right, smart guys.
No,
Come on, you guys. I got a lot of work to do on this. Scram, will ya?
Yeah, come back when we ain't so busy. We'll help you break your leg.
You won't live long enough, not if you try to fly that old crate. Well, if you just come out to the air races, fella, you see what this crate'll do. I'll be there. Just for laughs. Very funny. Very funny.
Who's got my wrench?
Freezeball has it.
Go on, it's an old wrench I found.
Yeah, how would you like to have your ears knocked right into your socks? See that nick on the handle? That's my wrench.
Any wrench could have that.
Yeah, any wrench couldn't have my initials, but this one is going to have right now a big BL.
Why, you?
Please, no bloodshed.
Billy,
Yes, Dad?
I want you boys to load some stuff on the truck for a customer.
Sure. Say, Dad, Eddie was telling me you're trying to sell a motor out of our plane. You wouldn't do that, would you?
I sure would if I could make a deal for it. We got to eat, haven't we? Flying that old crate and some meat won't buy any groceries.
Yeah, but Dad, if we win, the prize money will help Eddie out with his invention. Then we'll be rich.
More pipe dreams. Now get busy and load that... Where's the truck?
You mean the truck?
Yeah, the truck.
Sure, the truck. Well, I was just going to tell you that... I was just going to tell you, Dad, I loaned the truck to a friend of mine. Thanks for bringing back the truck like you promised.
Thank you for letting me take it. It sure came in handy.
All right, the truck's back. Let's get busy.
Sure thing, Dad.
Now, wait a minute. I want to talk to you.
Yeah, just a minute. All right, fellas, start loading her up.
It'll be a pleasure.
Go on, beat it. I got some private business to take care of. Beat it! Thanks for backing me up, mister. Where did you find it?
Help me.
Certainly, name it.
You got a good look at the men who held up the state bank and stole your truck, didn't you? Do you think you could identify any of them?
You a cop?
Well, sort of. I'm with the State Bureau.
Never saw him before, wouldn't know if I saw him again.
And maybe if you looked at some pictures...
Ex-nay. I don't want any part of that stuff.
You know, Ace, when you're helping us, you're helping to protect yourself and other law-abiding citizens.
That's for the cops. I got my own job to do.
Okay, fella.
Thanks for the truck, anyway.
Did you learn anything?
No. Young Holden is allergic to cops.
Then why don't you work on him?
No, that wouldn't get us anything.
Then what?
This is a job for our young friend Jerry Markham.
Oh.
I figure that where boys are concerned, another boy can learn more than a grown-up can. That's where you juniors come in.
Well, that's for us, Mr. Ames. We'll give you all the help we can. Isn't Holden that junkyard kid that's trying to reassemble that plane?
Yes, and he's liable to do it. He's a smart kid. Smart enough to get his flying lessons for nothing.
Well, how does he manage that?
Oh, he and his pals do odd jobs at the test field of the factory down there.
Is he going to enter a plane in the junior contest you're in?
Yes, he hopes he is.
Fine. Make that your point of contact. Holden got a good look at those bank robbers, and he can help us a lot, if he will.
Well, we'll get right on it, Mr. Ames.
Good.
gotta stay up?
Just a couple of minutes more.
A lot of things can happen in a couple of minutes.
Quiet!
Hello, suckers.
Get away, me ginger bottoming.
While Ace flies through the air, you guys do all the work, huh?
What are you talking about? Gotta complete his time, ain't he, so he can qualify for the Army.
You killed me.
Come to think of it, it's not a bad idea.
Cut it out, will you? Crawl back in the woodwork. We got more important things to think of. I still say you suckers. What do you get out of it?
When Ace wins the Army, we get good jobs.
Yeah, what kind of jobs?
The kind we like, working around planes.
I know the ground crew, and the higher he flies, the smaller you guys will look to him.
Look at you, refugee from a sewer. Only one guy could take flying lessons, so we elected Ace. That gives me enough hours to get my license, doesn't it?
Sure does, Mr. Holden. You'll be a qualified pilot as soon as you pass your test.
Then I can enter the meet, huh?
If your plane will pass inspection.
So worry it. Well, it's a beaut.
Come to my office in about an hour for the written test. Your flight test you can take tomorrow after a good night's sleep.
Thanks a lot. Hey, fellas! Hey, fellas, I made it. Nice going, Ace.
Oh, what?
Hiya, Trip. It's your mess, double-face. Clean it up. When do you get your license?
Be a full-fledged pilot tomorrow after my flight test. Next stop, Eagle Squadron.
We still got a lot of work to do on the ship.
Well, let's get to it. We got to get it ready for inspection.
Sure, we got something to work for now.
Suppose Ace don't win the race.
You want to get in that mess with double-face? I was only kidding, fellas.
There's that nosy washout Markham.
Yeah, bought some stuff here the other day, remember? Said he had a plane in a race, too.
He's spying on us.
Sure, trying to steal some ideas from our plane.
Let's take him.
Come on.
Oh, fellas.
You got any business here?
Oh, nothing special. I was just looking over your plane. Okay, you've done it. Now beat it.
You're not going to enter this wreck in the meet, are you? It may not be streamlined, but it's not a wreck.
Well, you won't stand a chance. Yeah? We know things about that plane. Hell, well, you'll know more about it after the meet's over. Why, you? Let me get him a murder room!
Wait a minute. That wouldn't be fair.
Fair? Why not?
If he's entered in the meet, too, we'll take care of him afterwards.
Thanks, Ace.
Don't thank me. I just want to keep you in the race so you can see what our plane looks like from behind.
Boy, it's a lucky thing I'm a gentleman. I would have torn him apart.
Are you kidding?
Ladies and gentlemen, the next and final event will be the speed race of junior air pilots.
Get that spot off of there.
This is going to be the greatest race you've ever seen in your
Yeah,
life,
thanks,
fellas.
bud. Oh, them shoes up there.
Oh, Bob, be sure and check that motor cowling, will you?
Okay, Jerry. I'll have everything in tip-top shape for you.
We'll never stand a chance against that.
Hey, you guys want a good man on your ground crew?
Get out of here, Gent. You're bad luck.
I'll slug you.
Come on. What are we waiting for? Let's roll her up to the line.
Okay, ground crew, start pushing.
Hit the road.
Okay, Ace. Come on, push this time, 312.
Attention, please. All pilots report to the judges' stand.
Young Coleman's plane is in flames. Hey, get down or we'll burn up!
We're a lap ahead. We're gonna stay there. It's off those controls. I've got a race to finish. Oh, bail out.
What about you?
I told you I've got a race to finish.
I'm not leaving you!
Don't be a dope, bail out.
He's gonna finish!
Yeah, and we can keep his ashes in the trophy cup.
Holden finishes in the lead. Swing your
Don't miss The Plunge of Peril, Chapter 2 of Junior G-Men of the Air at this theater next week.
Get over to the factory and obtain that pursuit plane.
Yes, Excellency.
And don't smash up your car as you did at the bank holdup. You can't expect that boy's truck to be so handy.
Well, thanks, Lieutenant. Maybe you're right. But I still think that State Bank affair is more than an ordinary holdup. Yeah, we'll keep working on it.
What's the matter, Don? Won't Anderson believe that those bank robbers are part of a spy ring?
No.
Well, you might prove it to him if you could make that Ace Holden talk.
Yeah, the boy should be able to identify them. He fought with them when they stole his truck.
I'm going down to the airfield and pick him up.
No. Hold it, Dick. We'll get more out of him if we leave it to Jerry Markham and his Junior G-men.
Too bad you had to drop out, Jerry. What happened?
Something went wrong with my aileron control.
That puts Ace Holden in the lead.
Yeah, and it looks like he's gonna hold it. He's doing all right with that old crate he built himself.
I knew something like this would happen.
Hey, get down or we'll burn up!
We're a lap ahead. We're gonna stay there. Bail out!
I'm not leaving you!
Don't be a dope, bail out!
What about you?
I've got a race to finish. Go on, bail out, will you?
Yeah, and we can keep his ashes in the trophy cup.
He did!
Just in time to crash.
Make it?
Did you make it? Are you kidding? Boy, like a flaming eagle.
Come on, let's get him to a doctor. I ain't hurt you, dope. Where's Bolts?
He dropped near that plane factory. Probably broke his neck.
Come on, let's find him.
Help! Hey, Phyllis! Hey, get me out of here, will you?
There he is.
Hey! Hey! Help! Help!
Marvelous. The only 3-4 miles and he's got to hit it.
Marvelous. Let me down, will you? Oh! Hey, hey, hey! Hey!
Perfect nose dive. All right, fellas, let's get him out.
Is that your Ace? You sure you're not a ghost? You ain't dead, huh?
Well, what do you think?
Boy, you must be made of asbestos.
Well, come on, let's get going.
You gotta have a pass to get in here, buddy.
That's okay.
I got it here somewhere.
Baron knew what he was talking about. That plane's a honey.
Get it out of here before somebody sees us.
That's the tough thing about our plane.
Try to kill us. He's one of the mob stole my truck.
No kidding. Boy, I wish I had my hands on that guy for a few minutes. I'd mobilize him. I'd liquidate him. I'd spit right in his eye.
I'll take care of him myself when I got some spare time.
Yeah? How you gonna find him? With bloodhounds?
Hey, there's something happening over at the factory. Let's go see.
Wait a minute. There's something more important happening at the airfield. Man of a trophy and some prize money I want to collect.
Dang way! Here comes the winner!
Here we go. Well, here we are, waiting for the trophy. What's the matter? I won the race, didn't I?
You finished first. That doesn't necessarily mean that you won.
What do you mean by that?
Is that your wrench?
Sure, where'd you get it?
See, I told you. I seen him cut the initials in the handle myself.
Suppose you let me handle this.
I'm only telling you so you won't try to pull a fast one on you.
Why, you little...
Wait a minute. What's that wrench got to do with us?
It was found in the cockpit of Jerry's plane. The aileron controls had been tampered with. And it was impossible for the plane to compete.
Oh, so you think Bolts and me did it, is that right?
Well, what else can I think? You deny it?
I wouldn't bother. You want to believe that Bolts and I did a thing like that just to win a race? Go ahead. I'm used to raw deals from guys like you.
Don't we get no prize money, no trophy, or nothing?
Oh, nothing. Not even those good jobs you're all set for. What goes now?
I'm afraid that under the circumstances, there's nothing I can do but disqualify you.
That's how you feel about it. It's okay with me. What are you staring at me for?
I'm measuring you up for a rat trap.
Thanks for helping me out about this wrench.
Ah, that's nothing. Guys like us have got to stick together.
Say, how'd you like to become a member of the Junior G-Men?
You mean it?
Why not?
That's for me.
All right, here. Put your name and address on that card.
There you are.
Oh, thanks. I'll get in touch with you.
Okay.
It's the same print, all right. Who does it belong to?
To a kid that goes by the name of Doubleface. Let's go over to the junkyard. I think Ace Holden will be interested in this. We'll probably find him in that old building. They use it for a clubhouse.
What's the matter? You scared to travel without a cop these days?
Take it easy, Ace. I just came to tell you the race judges have decided who gets the trophy.
Congratulations.
Don't congratulate me.
What do you want, stool pigeon? Pipe down. I saw Jerry come in here. I want to talk to him about the Junior G-Men.
You're just the guy I wanted to see, Doubleface.
So this is the famous Doubleface.
Uh-huh. Famous for what? His poisonality?
For having fingerprints that match the ones found on this wrench.
Hey, that's my wrench! You mean he planted this wrench in the cockpit of Jerry's plane? It's a frame-up. It's a trap. I tell you, it's a lie.
Fingerprints don't lie, Doubleface.
You remember that card I had you sign, Doubleface? Well, your fingerprints on it match those on the wrench.
Oh, so that's it.
Yeah, but that's no sign that
You're right, it's no sign. It's a science.
Come on, I got a little I've been waiting for this thing. Thanks, Copper. I don't know why you've done this, but...
Jerry did all the work. I know you're going to think a lot more of Junior G-Men from now on, and I thought you might change your opinion about cops, too. You know, you and I could be a lot of help to each other if you'd stop being so tough. Think it over, Ace, huh?
And don't forget, Ace, the race officials know all about this, and there's a trophy and some prize money waiting for the hottest flyer in the race.
You mean me?
I don't mean anyone else.
So long.
See you later.
You know what, fellas? What? I guess there must be something to that scientific detecting crime business after all.
You're not kidding. That's why wise guys don't get their fingerprints took.
Yeah, I guess I had them coppers marked all wrong, huh? Hey, what are you guys sitting on? Jumping beans?
No, just some unfinished business. Nervous.
Well, what do you say we finish that business right now, huh? Come on, get him up. Come here. I want you. I didn't mean it. I want to show you. I want to show you. Get on it.
You hurt, mister?
Only my dignity.
That heals quick, but how's the plane?
Take a lot of patching up before she flies again. Take more than patching up before I fly her again. I've been trying to grow wings for 10 weeks, and I know when I've had enough.
Boy, I sure wish he was mine.
You know how to fly?
Mister, you're looking at the man that taught the swallows to fly back to Capistrano.
You're looking at the guy that traded this crate for 2 cents and that old bicycle you have in the truck, and no questions asked.
What did you say?
I said...
Never mind. Here's your 2 cents. 2 cents for a bicycle? Holy cat. Mister, you've got a bicycle.
Son, you've got a plane. Happy landings.
Thanks.
Boy, what a sweetheart. She's in first-class condition, too.
Yeah, except for a broken landing gear and a busted wing. And we ain't even looked at the motor yet.
Hey, you think that guy's just pulling a gag to get our 2 cents?
He's gone, isn't he?
Hey, you guys, get a load of this.
Let me see.
Plans?
The town gossip. We are wondering what Barry Evans, the well-known young millionaire, will do with his latest toy, an airplane, when he tires of it. Probably toss it aside as casually as he has everything else. Where'd you find this?
In a cockpit here. Boy, we really got ourselves a plane, huh?
Come on, fellas, let's get it back to the junkyard and patch it up before he changes his mind.
Will you help us?
Okay.
Yeah.
Contact. No dice, huh?
No dice, no nothing.
Don't want to get you down. Plenty of guys are trying to set him up for an airplane motor.
Yeah, but mine's gonna work.
Sure it will. Just give it time, Eddie.
Hey, Bo, throw me a wrench, will ya? Oh! What? I can't hear nothing with this motor roaring this way.
I'm gonna quit this job. Next week my mother starts getting her unemployment insurance and I'm gonna retire.
Why'd you shut the motor off?
I didn't do nothing. I just put the motor on the exhaust, that's all.
Hey, Eddie!
What's the matter?
Look, the muffler, it works.
But it's on backwards. On backwards? Hey, that's the only way it will work, backwards.
And it took both to find that out.
Oh, get it!
pursuit plane stolen. Body of factory guard found in drainage ditch. No clues as yet to guilty parties in daring daylight raid. That is good, good. But these boys, continue your report, Araka. Who are they?
Beale recognized one of them as the owner of the truck we took for our getaway at the bank.
Oh, then it is to be assumed that the boy recognized Beale.
Precisely.
It is a dangerous coincidence that he was on the scene of both of our latest operations. The work of the Black Dragon is too important to be upset by a boy.
But how could he harm us?
Well, his information in the hand of the authorities might prevent our efforts to weaken this country's defenses for the day our government strikes.
Shall I get rid of him in the usual manner?
Certainly. Order Monk to assist you. Take the old biplane.
Look at that. The first muffler to ever work in an airplane motor.
Fellas, think of what that means. A whole squadron of bombers could fly anywhere without being heard.
They might as well sell them airplane detectors they got now for junk.
But suppose somebody else perfects the same thing at the same time. Then what would happen?
Nah, you gotta have a backward genius like me to put the finishing touches to it. And there's only one of me left in the world.
Hey, Eddie, what are you gonna do with it?
Give it to the government. Are you kidding? Give it to him? You mean for nothing?
Why, certainly. It's our government, isn't it?
Sure. That's right.
Come on.
Where you gonna get them off? What of the boy?
Both.
Here we go.
Take that muffler off. You're coming with us, my friend.
You can't do this to me. Let me go, will you? Let me go. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, will you?
The door's locked. Try the other one. You ain't gonna get away with this.
Sure won't.
What are you doing to me? Where you guys taking me?
Come on, get going. Here, Monk, give this to the Baron. He'll be very interested in it. So will our Imperial Air Force.
Okay.
You know what's through with the kids?
Yes, I know.
next week.
It's locked from the outside. We gotta get out of here and help Ace. That's right. There's no telling what those muckles do to my brother.
Ain't them guys the same ones that robbed the state bank?
Yeah, now they got Ace. And his muffler. Forget my muffler. Let's find out where they're taking Ace. Come on.
What's the idea of stopping here?
I want to see Monk drop young Ace Holden out of that plane.
Where do you think you're taking me?
Up to about 12,000 feet. Then you're going to try a little cloud walking.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry I cracked the plane up on you right away.
Oh, never mind the right of way, but what about yourself? You don't look so good.
Oh, I'm all right. Just want to get home, that's all.
Sure, sure. As soon as we get the track cleared. Hey, give me a hand here.
There we were, me in front and the other guy in back, each with a stick trying to fly the plane. And what do you think the plane's doing?
Oh, boy, what was it doing? Climbing a tree?
3 times we almost hit the train on the way down. Then we landed on the tracks with the train coming at us 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, on the other track. Gee, that was close. Hey, what happened to the other guy?
I don't know. He must have got away, that's sure. When the bunch from the train came and got me, I was so dizzy and mixed up, I didn't say anything about him.
Hey, Ace, do you think that guy would have left you off in a cloud like he said?
Sure, that gang's plenty tough.
Hey, maybe we better report him to the police.
I ain't getting mixed up with no coppers.
What I'm sore about is them getting Eddie's muffler.
Oh, forget it. I can make another one. Yeah, and you was gonna be big-hearted and give it away. Now some thugs will make $1 million out of it. That's what murders me.
Chances are it's still in the plane if it didn't fall out when we were flying upside down.
What kept you from falling out? Slide paper.
Come on, let's go pick up the wrecked plane.
Hey, maybe there's gonna be some trouble.
What do you mean? It's mine. I earned it the hard way, didn't I? Let's go.
I ain't going. Wait for me, fellas.
Brought your prisoner with you?
No, Excellency. He was killed in the plane crash.
What caused the plane to crash?
The Holden boy got loose from his bonds somehow and fought me for the controls.
Someone was very careless.
Arak and the others learned something of great value, Excellency. One of the boys has invented a muffler for airplane motors.
There have been many of them, all worthless.
But this one works. Araka saw a demonstration. We got the muffler, too, but lost it from the plane during the fight.
Such an invention is never lost.
I don't understand, Excellency.
It still exists in the mind of the one who created it. Send Araka to me when he returns.
Here's your piece.
Here comes that Markham and that cop, a friend of his.
He's no cop. He works for the state.
He's still a cop and he's going to ask a lot of questions. I'm ducking in the clubhouse.
What's the idea?
If my father finds out I had another wreck, he'll make me stop trying.
Mr. Ames wants to talk to you about that plane wreck.
How did he know about it?
You can't land a ship in front of a train and expect to keep on the headlines. What was the trouble, Ace?
All I know is the gang that stole my truck assaulted me. They took me out for a sky ride. Look, can't you guys understand? No coppers wanted. This is a private fight.
No, it's bigger than that. We believe this is a very dangerous, subversive organization.
What?
He means they're fifth columnists.
Ah, you're all wet. They're just a bunch of guys looking for some easy dough.
Maybe. I believe they're after bigger game. Our country's defense.
Them guys don't make me laugh. They'd wipe them out in a minute.
Yeah, they expect that, but they're fanatics and don't care. But before that happened, they could cause a lot of damage, a lot of death and destruction.
That's a lot of baloney. They couldn't even get me.
You were just lucky. If you'd realized the danger you're in, you'd help run this gang down.
Ah, no dice. I can take care of myself. This is my fight, and I'll handle it in my own way.
All right, fella.
We have ascertained that the inventor of the muffler is the Holden boy's brother.
Very good. You will bring him to me.
Maybe if we wait until he has made another model of the muffler, we
Why wait? Bring him to me at once. We can make it here, for us. And warn Monk that I will not tolerate another blunder, and not to report that an enemy is dead when the newspapers advise me he is still alive. Get me our office in Honolulu.
Hello? Yes, Excellency.
The merchandise you ordered is crated and ready for shipment on the Nippona.
You realize the importance of its arrival here before the 7th of December? Yes. Good. Congratulations, Excellency.
Those guys tell me they're a bunch of fifth columnists. They're just a gang, that's all, and they're after us, but we're gonna beat them to the punch.
Sure, when we get through with them, they won't even know which side to put their socks on. If we only knew where the hideout is.
Well, we'll find out. We'll trail them. But first, we gotta get Eddie started on another muffler.
What, so that gang can snatch it again? Quiet. We can get the stuff for a cheap. I can get it wholesale.
Well, start digging, fellas. You see, I have
Hey,
some
there's
dough
my
here
dough.
somewhere.
Come on.
There, here's 15 cents.
Hey, that was my lunch money.
What do you mean
Hey,
your
you
lunch
won't
money?
eat it.
You
You
won't
won't
stop
stop it. set for you. Now, don't get all steamed up. I want to help you fellas.
Look, just because you're on the level about the race doesn't mean we're buddies. So do me a favor and stay in your own backyard, will you?
Yeah, you may be a junior G-man, but you still smell like a copper stooge to me. All right, if that's the way you feel about it. But you guys may be glad to have the cops on your side before you're through.
Anytime we need the cops, we will be through, brother.
See a car down there, 2 blocks. Yeah, you hear when it comes by, the way I hold the sky. Oh, the houses are so big and calm. You can always hear it rustling. Hey, let go, you... In that car. Come on, let's get the truck. We'll never catch him. Come back here with that truck, you crazy loon. Whether we're going in the right direction or not. Well, we're going in the same direction they went. I just saw that car ahead. They're putting in that plane. Gotta follow him in our plane. He'll be 1,000 miles away before we even got started. I don't care if that's 2,000. We're going. You bet we are. I'd know that plane anywhere.
Lock him up and guard him carefully.
Good luck.
They'll need it.
We'll be standing by if you need us.
Okay, fine.
We've brought a Holden boy here, the inventor.
Excellent. Are you sure you were entirely unobserved?
No, I'm not sure.
Well?
The boy's companions pursued us in a truck. As we were taking off, I think we got close enough to get a good view of the plane.
It seems my staff is losing its skill. Are we to be jeopardized by a handful of boys?
Those are the tricks of fate, Excellency.
Do not blame fate for your stupidity. The plane must be destroyed at once, in the same general location from which it took off.
Yes.
If you do not fumble the plan this time, our enemies will be led to believe the Holden boy was destroyed with it.
It shall be done.
It must be done. At once. We must be prepared to make any sacrifice to keep our great work secret.
Well, fellas, it looks like we're out of luck.
I'm not giving up until we have to land for gas.
I'm with you. We'll sure know that plane when we see it.
When you're over the spot where you're going to drop the plane, set the time bomb exactly as I told you to.
Are you sure it won't go off until after I've bailed out?
You'll have plenty of time if you'll follow my instructions.
Took off. Wait, Fire looks like he's in trouble.
He is. The motor's missing.
And he came back to land at the field he took off from.
Let's force him down.
And he's leaving Eddie in there, the rat!
Hey, it's on fire!
Terror, Chapter 4 of Junior G-Men of the Air at this theater next week.
As you ordered, Baron.
How much time did you give it before it explodes?
Time enough to get back over the field where we picked up Eddie Holden.
Good.
do you suppose that gang grabbed Eddie?
To make them tell about it, they'll play muff with you, dope.
Why don't we tell the cops?
And have Ace jumped on our throats? He can handle a gang.
If he can never find that plane. Why didn't Ace take us with him in his plane instead of posing that Junior G-Man?
Hey, here comes one now, heading this way. That's the plane.
Sure hasn't gone far from where he took off.
Like he's in trouble. He is. The motor's missing.
And he came back to land at the field he took off from.
Let's force him down.
Pilot's bailing out.
And he's leaving Eddie in there, the rat. He's on fire.
Call for you, Ace.
Forget it.
We'll never get any junk out of that wreck.
We ain't looking for junk, we're looking for Eddie.
What do you think they did with him? Oh, landed him someplace, probably. But where? Yeah, where? It's like looking for a clam in a bowl of chowder.
That guy who bailed out. I saw him land somewhere over there in the brush.
When I need practice, I'll work on a guy I don't like.
Hey, his gun barrel's plugged with mud and exploded on him. Don't touch it, leave it there.
You gonna tell me where my brother Eddie is?
Ah, what are you wasting your time for? Let's work him over.
Wait a minute. You better start talking while you still got a tongue.
I don't scare easy.
You'll scare before I get through with you.
You're just wasting your time, Ace. Let's take him into the police.
You bring the cops into this and you'll never see your brother alive again.
You wish we had taken to the cops after I get through with your brother. Get going now. We gotta look for him. I'm not going back until I found out where they've got Eddie.
Sure, you'd have to be a bloodhound to find anybody in this forest. Bolts is right. We've got that gangster's gun. We can get a line on him from his fingerprints. Ah, why didn't we make the rat sing when we first had him? Let's go back to the plane. Maybe we can get another lead. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, I'd like to know where with a busted tail wheel.
I'm talking about what's on it. That's a peculiar, sticky, brownish clay.
I
I got eyes. I can see.
Well, that clay didn't come from this field. You can see that too, can't you?
Yeah, I can see that too. So what?
So I analyze it in the laboratory and send a specimen to the Bureau of Agriculture for identification.
All right, genius. There's probably 100 places you can find that clay.
Yes, but if one of those 100 places is in this vicinity, then that's where they got Eddie. Right.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Come on. You are a very stubborn young man. Now, for the last time, what is the basic principle of your invention? Is the secret of your airplane muffler more important to you than your life?
Yes. You'll never find out from me how it's made.
Well, your orders have been carried out. The plane is destroyed.
Your hand. Is he injured?
Yes. Before Quito picked me up, I was attacked by the Holden boy and his gang. I fought them off, but
You fought them off, of course, but who and what is this Holden boy that he is everywhere at all times?
He's just another young American, mister, that can't be scared out by guys like you and your rotten, murdering gang.
Silence! No offense, no offense. The young man is merely carried away by his great love for his brother. You are devoted to this brother, are you not?
What's that got to do with it?
Who could tell? For the moment, I merely expressed my delight in such brotherly devotion.
If anything happens to Ace,
Take him back to his cell. Now, I want this Ace Holden brought here unharmed. Is that clear?
it is.
I repeat, unharmed. I feel quite confident our young inventor will change his mind when he sees his brother being subjected to our persuasion methods.
The peculiar thing about this compound is that it explodes at intervals. The intervals are anywhere from...
Fellas, here's a job that's really big time. I want to picture the fingerprints on this gun, and they've got to be perfect.
Jerry, you're talking to old man Perfect himself. Hey, this baby looks like it's mixed up with a Panzer division.
As soon as we get these fingerprints, Ace, we'll go to work on that tire.
Hey, how do you make these bubbles? That's pretty. Hey, Balls, watch it. That's a liquid time bomb.
Are you ready for the experiment?
Quite ready, Baron.
The motor has been running approximately 30 minutes.
The gasoline that operates this motor is mixed with a certain chemical, a product of our laboratory. It is so powerful that even a few drops will affect hundreds of gallons of gasoline.
Moreover, it is impossible to detect without careful analysis.
Thanks to science, we can destroy any airplane motor ever built. Now, this map includes the entire waterfront section of this city. At this point is located one of the largest refineries of airplane gasoline on this coast. These colored lines indicate supply lines from the refinery to government tanks. This circle indicates a valve junction. It can be reached by a manhole near our Taguchi warehouse. Fusoma will meet you at the valve junction and show you how to introduce the chemical into the feed lines. And when our work is done, American planes will fall from the skies, helpless, destroyed.
You want to find your brother, don't you?
Any more questions?
Then why don't you cooperate with us so we can get somewhere?
Because the guys that got away with Eddie said we never see him alive again if we put the coppers on their trail.
Oh, they were just bluffing, trying to scare you out of doing anything.
Well, that's one bluff I ain't calling. I want to find him alive.
Does your father feel the same way you do about police in this case?
My dad doesn't even know he's gone. He thinks he's still at the aircraft factory at Rockford working on his invention.
Then why don't you tell him the truth?
Because he's got too hot a temper and he'll go out looking for those guys with a shotgun and mess everything up.
All the more reason why you should cooperate with us. These are not just ordinary gangsters. This is a dangerous organization. And more than Eddie's life is in danger.
Well, Eddie's life is all I care about right now, and I ain't taking any chances.
You're not as smart as I thought you were. And I'm not asking you anymore. I'm ordering you, all of you, under penalty, to call my office the minute you lay eyes on any one of them again. Do you understand?
Sure.
That's better. Now keep in touch with me, fellas. And good luck. Better check the load. Something fell off.
You. Hey, Stick, them some of the guys that snapped Danny. Hey, you ain't kidding. Let's trail him.
Ready? Ready. All right, come on there, Pete. Give me a lift.
Hey, what are they doing?
Then they want the police to know, I bet you.
Watch it.
I'm taking care of reducing valves. Everything is ready.
What if they got Eddie down there?
Could be. You get Ace. I'll stay here and watch.
Hello? Yeah, this is Ace. Okay, you and Greaseball stay there. Don't lose them. We're on our way.
Where to?
They spotted some of those gangsters. Come on. Hey, Bo, wake up, will you? What's the matter? Never mind. Get away from that wheel.
Ah, when someone tell me some of these things looking along. I'll take a 40 winks and I can't sleep. I never get any sleep.
Sure wish you'd hurry up and get here.
Me too. Here they come now.
Where are they?
They all went into a manhole up that alley.
Show me.
Down there.
There's only three down there. The other guy drove that truck away.
Oh, wait a minute, Abe. I'm going to call Darlene. We promised in this case is getting bigger all the time.
All right, go ahead. Hey, give me a screwdriver again.
Yeah.
We should have brought gas masks. I can't stand these fumes. Idiot! Put that match out. You want to blow us up before our work is done? Let's get down with it. I can't stand these fumes.
All right, open the manhole cover, but keep your eyes open.
Hey, Ace, can you see anything? A couple of dim lights. Get down there, all right? You guys wait here.
We can't let you get down there alone. Do as I told. I want to go with him. So hold him, kids.
Hey, they got Ace.
Got to find Mr. Ames. It's a matter of life and death.
I'm doing my best to locate him, Jerry. All right, of course I will.
Dragon Strikes. Chapter 5 of Junior G-Men of the Air at this theater next week.
Jerry Markham's been trying to get you on the phone.
What did he want?
I'm not sure. He said something about he and Ace Holden spotting those Swiss colonists. Said they were unloading some funny-looking cans from a truck and taking them down a manhole.
Did he say where he was?
Not exactly, but he did mention an alley in the warehouse district.
See if you can trace that call.
Yes, sir.
We should have brought gas masks. I can't stand these fumes.
Idiot! Put that match out. Do you want to blow us up before our work is done?
Let's get down with it. I can't stand these fumes.
All right, open the manhole cover, but keep your eyes open.
Hey, Ace, can you see anything? A couple of dim lights.
Get down there, all right. You guys wait here.
We can't let you get down there alone. Do as I told. I want to go with him. The Holden kid!
Sumer is done for.
Never mind him. Get out quick.
They're gone. We better get out of here or we'll be gone.
Should have done a blackout. We're getting nowhere fast finding Eddie.
I'm gonna find him if I have to tear this whole town apart.
Maybe we ought to get the cops to help, like Jerry wanted.
Cops couldn't do any better than we're doing.
I just spotted 3 of those thugs ducking into an alley.
Well, let's go.
We don't need the truck. It's not far. That's the alley over there, by the warehouse.
Okay, we'll spread out and cover the block. Stick, you and Greaseball go that way. Bolts, you cover this side of the street. Keep your eyes open and whistle if you see any of them.
Toby, is our truck loaded?
Oh, yes, sir. Rifles and cartridges underneath a vegetable crate.
You drive it out to headquarters. We'll come with a second load.
They could have gone through to the next street.
Yeah, they might have, but I don't think they did.
What about Ames? Expected you'd be here with the whole police force behind you.
Well, he wasn't in the office.
Cops never are around when you want them.
That's one of them. He came out of the warehouse. How about looking the place over?
Good idea.
Hold on, wait a minute. Maybe we better call Ames again first.
Yeah, sure. We'll send him a singing telegram. Come on, we can't waste any time. The guy just left in a truck. We want to see his boss about some vegetables.
Oh, Rotzow's men come and go all the time.
Oh, we're talking about the fellow that just left.
Rotzow fellows are just left.
You're nuts. This was one guy about my size.
Oh, Rotzow's men catching your size. Very nice size. Excuse me. Yes?
Lock those boys in the cell room. Baron's orders.
Oh, yes, sir. Will do. This man that are catching your size when they are just leaving you, sir. What he look like?
Just what I said he looked like.
Oh, yes, I remember now. He's the boss of has the office downstairs. Coming this way, please.
I don't like the looks of this setup. Me neither. But after that phone call.
Through this room, please. Door at other end. What is matter? You know what to see, boss?
Outside, you guys, quick!
What is matter? You know what to
You weasel! What's doing? I just saw another one of that gang. This must be their hideout. Well, let's get out of here, quick. No, if it is the hideout, Eddie's here. I'm going to search every inch of this joint.
Oh, I'm with you. Where'd you see this gangster?
In that window. He saw us, too.
And we're going to have to be on guard. Let's look around upstairs first.
We start with the basement.
Packt die Gewehre. Wir können sie jeden Augenblick brauchen.
We have 100 dozen cans of crab meat ready for treatment.
Good. There is enough ground glass here to take care of all of them. Bring them in.
Behind that window. What do you think they're doing?
Oh, probably mixing sprays and disinfectants for vegetables.
They're gonna poison them?
Nah, sprays that kill worms and bugs like you, so you better hide. Hey, I think we're off the beam. This is no hideout. It's too open, too public.
It could be. We've seen some of them here, haven't we?
Well, sure we have. Hey, I've got it. I'll bet this gang is operating some legitimate business here to cover up their real activities.
That makes sense. Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah?
We're sunk. Let's scram.
I never saw so many doors and windows in my whole life. Every time you look around, a guy looks up.
Okay. We wouldn't let him get away this time. There they go. Let's follow them.
First, we'll report to Mr. Ames.
Report what? You said it wasn't a hideout.
Yes, but we promised to tell him if we saw any of the gang.
All right, you tell him.
Yeah, they try to knock us off. Well, Ace, what do we do now?
Gee, I don't know. What do you suggest?
Let's go see Ames.
Okay, let's go. One of the gang was wearing that when they stole my truck. I grabbed it when they threw me off.
What do you think it is, Mr. Ames?
It looks like an emblem of a secret society, which ties in with my theory that we're dealing with an organization of spies and saboteurs.
I still think they're just ordinary gangsters.
If you'd brought this to me when you first got it, we might have had that gang on ice before they got your brother. Now listen, boys, I want you to tell me anything, and I mean anything you find out about these men. What seems trivial to you may be important evidence.
He's right, fellas.
And you'd better search the warehouse.
I doubt if we'd find anything. Now that they've seen you there, they'll be on their guard.
But you're gonna try, aren't you?
Don't worry, Ace. Our men are already on their way over there.
Then you really think this is a fifth column outfit?
I do. I believe they might be planning an armed uprising, timed with similar ones all over the country.
They couldn't even get to first base.
They do a lot of damage and take a lot of lives before they were stopped.
Our enemies know that. They're planning our destruction all around us. Trouble is, we're too smart to believe that. We better wake up to the fact before it's too late.
This sounds very serious.
Well, you can count on me if there's any trouble. But first we have to find my brother.
And we will. I just wanted you to realize that while the safety of your brother is important, the safety and welfare of our country are even more so.
Yeah, I know my brother'd feel the same way about it.
Of course he would. Now, you get busy on your part. Keep your eyes and your ears open. And keep me informed.
Right. I can take orders and carry them out, too.
You can count on me.
Me too.
And me.
Hey, Gang, remember the dirt we found on that plane tire?
Yeah, did you get a report on it?
I sure did. The Farm Bureau says there are 3 locations where that type of soil can be found.
That's a big help. You know, there's an awful lot of dirt in this country.
I know that, but one of the locations is in that valley where the plane burned.
Now, what are we gonna do, go out there and make mud pies?
No, Mr. Smart Guy, we're going out and match up the dirt. That may be just the clue we need.
Well, let's go. It's a nice day for a ride. Sure thing. What do we got to lose?
Just why haven't you started to work on your motor muffler yet?
Because I'm making it for my country.
A waste of patriotism, my friend, because all our plans are made to conquer it.
That's a laugh.
It will be for my country. Yours is asleep. One surprise attack and will be ours. I'll get to work.
Not if you kill me.
That too might be arranged. Think it over.
Hey, we lost the boat. Hey, boat, you heard?
Spring is here and the little birds are free again.
Is this the kind of dirt you were looking for?
Could be. Bolt seems to have every kind of dirt on him. Say, this does look like it at that.
Oh, there's nothing around here that looks like a gang hideout. Thought it'd be a big joint with high walls, police dogs, and guards and stuff.
This gang is too smart for a thing like that. They'd probably have some ordinary place. Well, like that place back there.
Oh, that's a vegetable farm.
Yeah, and the trucks those guys were using were vegetable trucks.
Well, let's go get some spinach. My iron's low. You're probably setting for lead in the seat of your pants.
There was a gate back there. I saw a guy working on it.
We could say we want to buy something.
Yeah.
Come on.
You got any vegetables for sale?
No, only sell wholesale.
That suits us. We always buy wholesale.
We sell market. You buy there.
You know, that guy sure acted suspicious. I bet you that's the place.
Yeah. You see that rifle leaning against the fence? I'm going to get in there and take a look around. I got a very funny feeling Eddie isn't far away.
I'll pull up as soon as we're out of sight.
One of you guys stay here. How about you, Stick?
Suits me.
Isn't that the Holden kid's truck?
So help me, it is. The kids have located our hideout.
an end to this little game right now. Turn around.
Hey, fellas, the gang in a car, about 10 of them. That's them, all right. They're turning around. Let's get out of here.
Catch that wreck. That's no wreck. It's a hopped-up job that's faster than anything we've got. AK calling SM. Come in, SM. SM talking. Go ahead, AK. Truck ahead of us on South Road. Must be stopped. Important.
Flaming Havoc, Chapter 6 of Junior G-Men of the Air, at this theater next week.
I'm looking for Ace.
What do you police want with my boy?
Information about a warehouse where he spotted a gang of 5th columnists that we've been looking for.
See, maybe he's gone after them columnists. Jerry Markham came over here all excited about something, and Ace and the boys piled into the truck, and they headed out toward the valley.
Thanks.
AK, calling SM. Come in, SM. SM talking. Go ahead, AK.
That truck must be stopped at any cost.
Let's try to get it out of here.
to run out of bombs.
Yeah, so he's trying to drop the whole ship on us. Would I give that guy a wad of tickets?
We'll give him something better than that.
Okay, pile off, you guys. I need some target practice.
Oh, so it's you again. Go into the truck and get a rope and tie him up.
What do you want with a rope? This is quick.
Too quick.
Sure you, Droop. He's got to sing before he croaks.
All right, now let's have a little speed. What are you talking about? Can't you hear the motor? We'll be lucky if we can keep going.
What do we do with him?
How about giving him a hot foot? That'll come later. Throw him in the truck. We gotta bring him back to the junkyard.
Are you crazy? We're going to take him straight to Don Ames.
Yes, yeah, I know. But first I want to show him a little personal hospitality. You know, for Eddie's sake. Go on, get him in the truck. You and me will find this crate back in.
You termites won't get away with this.
Marco's calling names. Forward march on the dub.
Marco.
1, 2.
Watch him.
Why don't you try putting a switch on, huh?
Yeah, it would run better, wouldn't it?
Kids have captured Monk and they're taking his plane. Can't you get any more speed out of this car?
If you think you can do any better, try it yourself.
Door wide open, greaseball. That car's right on our tail. That's as close as you'll ever get, brother.
That truck's got a hopped-up motor, I tell you. I can't even keep it in sight.
Never mind. I think I know where they're taking Monk.
For that guy to work on, the state will crack this case wide open.
I hope.
Can't get any gas. We'll have to land.
Can you make that clearing?
Gotta make it. Just our luck.
I think the gas line's clogged.
They'll fix that in a jiffy.
Look, for the last time, you're going to tell me where you got Eddie?
Who's Eddie? Another rat?
Hey, fellas, this guy is starting to get a relapse of memory.
Well, this red-hot poker will cure that in a split second.
Yeah, that's for him. Give. Smells nice and warm, don't it? Now is that memory starting to work?
I don't think he wants to elucidate.
Too bad. Fellas, do your duty.
This is going to hurt you worse than it hurts me.
Look, we're getting fed up with you. You better start talking.
If you don't give out, we're going to send you back to Tokyo with barbecued pork.
Correct. Look, for the 16th time, you're going to tell?
Look, if you don't start talking, I'm gonna brand a swastika right on your throat. Keep the iron, fellas. All right.
What can I do for you, gentlemen?
Don't let them spot you. We can't handle four of them. They got guns. We gotta get Ames. Okay, but I'm gonna fix this lame brain so we'll keep them when we get back with the cops. Come on, drag him over here. Get that.
Come out reaching. You're covered.
Looks like you guessed wrong, Araka.
I never guess wrong. Monk was brought here. This is his coat.
Now listen, you lay low here and see what happens. Then beat it to the airfield and tell Ace when he comes.
Right. What happened?
The kids jumped me to the plane and brought me here.
I know all that, but where are they now?
They scrammed out of here to get the cops.
The Holden boy, too?
No, he took my ship. When I get my hands on them worms...
That will be a miracle, you bungling fool. So they went to the police, eh? Come on.
Junkyard? Yeah, but they got him away from us. Who did? They did. They had 4 guys with guns. Where are boats and greaseball? They went to get Ames. Well, that's where we're going right now. Now how are we going to get Ames? Well, we could telephone. Why didn't you think of that in the first place, you dope?
You caught one of those men who might have led us right to the top of this gang. Instead of bringing him to me, you let him get away.
What are you handing me? At least we caught him.
You're getting too big for your boots, young fella. If you keep on playing the lone wolf, you'll get yourself in trouble and block everything we're doing.
Look, we tipped you off about that warehouse and the truck farm, and what happened? A double dose of nothing.
We're not through with that warehouse yet. And we're investigating that farm this morning. And remember, if you can, that I'm in charge of the expedition.
Want something?
You're doggone right we want something. We want it.
I'll handle this.
No can do. Must have part.
Good enough for you?
Oh, you police?
That's right.
Boss waiting for you. Go right in.
Place looks deserted.
There's a guy standing over there.
Parsons, you wait here at the car for us. Help. Who runs this farm?
I do.
My name is Ames, State Police. Your man said you were expecting us.
Yes, I've had some trouble, so I sent for Sheriff McDonald.
What kind of trouble?
A group of my own people, Japanese, hide in those mountains. They are what we Americans call bandits or gangsters. They have been raiding my truck garden. Sometimes they come in vegetable trucks. Often they have used an airplane.
Your place seems peaceful enough now.
Appearances are often deceiving.
Do you mind if we have a look around?
Not at all. I'll show you myself.
Don't bother. We'll find our way. No, we'll look over the outside first. Given the whole place the once over, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong here.
Just a lot of time wasted on another wild goose chase. I got that bandit plane over in the field near the junkyard. Maybe that'll give you something to work on.
It's worth trying.
Hey, Yank, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Those guys stole our plane and shot your father.
Is he hurt bad?
Bad enough. They took him to the receiving hospital.
I'm gonna get down there right now.
We'll take you. Jump in.
Thanks.
Any orders, Excellency?
Yes. Go right down to that new defense building on Gentry Boulevard. I've ordered it destroyed. Araka may need you. Hurry.
I'll go at once, sir.
Steady, Bolt. How's Ace's old man? He's okay, but out of hospital in about a month.
That's good.
Hey, we're supposed to be on duty.
What's Ace want us to watch that old Taguchi warehouse for anyway?
Because he knows it has something to do with that gang, even if the cops don't. Hey, what are them guys doing going in that government building? Hey, let's see about this.
Hey there! Where you fellas think you're going? No one's allowed in here.
You go and get Ace. He'll be at the hot dog stand. I'll stay here.
Come on, you fellas. You better get outside.
Just a minute, my friend. We came here to see the foreman.
Well, he ain't here today.
Well, when he comes in, will you give him this letter?
All right.
Hey, gang, I just saw three of them. Where? Don't ask any questions. Follow me.
What goes? They knocked out the watchman and backed their car inside. That's the last I seen of them.
Car still there?
Yeah. I'll call Ames.
Hey, it's snappy.
What are we gonna do, wait for Ames?
Certainly not. This is a defense building. I'm gonna see what's going on. Stick, you wait here for Jerry.
Right.
Everything fixed?
Yeah, she'll go like a rocket.
Let's take him, huh?
The joint's on fire.
Death Mist, Chapter 7 of Junior G-Men of the Air at this theater next week.
Any orders, Excellency?
Yes. Go right down to that new defense building on Gentry Boulevard. I've ordered it destroyed. Araka may need you. Hurry.
I'll go at once, sir.
Hello, Mr. Ames. We've spotted those saboteurs again.
Good work, Jerry. Where are they?
In that new defense building over on Gentry Boulevard. Ace Holden's watching them.
We'll be right down. Everything fixed?
Yeah, she'll go like a rocket.
Where are they? They went inside. Did you get Ames? Yeah. The joint's on fire.
car, Ace.
Yeah, how did you get in it?
I don't remember. Well, I'll take it easy, boy.
Baseball! Oh, everything happens to me.
What happened to the Holden kid? The car was wrecked. I had to leave him. We'll get another car from the warehouse garage.
Bolts and Greaseball are in that fire.
Just a minute, kid. What were you doing in that building?
Look, we ain't got no time for quiz programs. There are 2 guys in that fire, and we gotta get them out.
You ain't going anywhere.
We're after the men who set fire to the building, officer, and 2 of our friends are in there.
We'd call our heels while they're roasting the dead. Take a look around.
All right, take it easy.
Malone, these boys are working for me.
Oh, it's Junior G-men, eh?
Yes, sir.
Now, wait a minute. What's going on?
Bolts and Greaseball are in there. Hey, look! Bolts! Do you think he's hurt bad?
I don't know. It's colder than dry ice. Well, he's been overcome by smoke, but we'll bring him around, all right?
Well, what are you gonna do to him?
Artificial respiration. But first, you have to see that there's nothing in his mouth and that his tongue is okay.
We've been watching for that gang like you told us. Bolt saw some of them today. He told Stick to get hold of me and Jerry to get in touch with you.
That's good teamwork.
We got here, the watchman was out cold, and some of those guys were setting fire to the place. We jumped them, figuring we could hold them until either you or the cops got here.
And you did a good job. I'm sorry I couldn't get here quicker.
Well, you can't be every place at once. Don't worry, we'll catch those birds for you yet.
And I'm betting on you. Now that we're all pulling together. Did you find anyone?
The firemen saw 2 men dug out the back way, and they found the night watchman unconscious.
That's their car.
Well, bring it in, Garner. It may give us something.
Well, how do you feel, kid?
Who, me? Like a fighting rooster.
Attaboy. Hey, Jerry, that artificial respiration sure is a neat routine.
It's a good thing to know.
All right, boys, let's get over to my office.
Come on. Why don't you take some weight off?
You guys don't look so good. Run into trouble?
That's no concern of yours.
Suits me. I've had all the trouble I want right here.
What do you mean?
Our young inventor refuses to invent.
Still stubborn, eh?
Plenty.
I wish the Baron would let me go to work on him.
He'd rather have you work on his brother. By the way, did you get him?
No.
Well, the Baron wants you to report that you did. Understand?
I understand.
Foolish of you not to cooperate with us. It would be greatly to your advantage to do so.
And have you used the muffler against my country? I'll see you roast first.
I regret I cannot promise you that pleasure. You see, I shall be required here to help improve this country of yours when we conquer it.
You'd better change your brand, mister. You're smoking yourself into a dangerous kind of pipe dream.
You are like all Americans. Too smug, too confident.
Baron, it gives me pleasure to report the capture of Ace Holden.
What?
There, you see, we do everything in our power to make you happy. We even bring your brother to be near you.
Where is he? What have you done to him?
But nothing as yet. What we may do to him in the future depends on you.
Let me see him. Let me talk to him.
All in good time, young man, all in good time. Nothing must distract you from your work. That is, if you are ready to begin work.
Yes, I'm ready to begin work, only
Only?
I'll need a bigger workroom and more materials and better tools.
Is the warehouse laboratory available?
Yes, Baron. Only a small part is being used for the gas experiments.
Oh, well, I had planned in any case to transfer our guest. Ever since our good friend Mr. Ames did me the honor of paying me a visit, I have been thinking that he might return. And I wouldn't want him to interfere with the work of our young genius here.
That would be a great pity.
Arrange for his transfer at once. And be sure that nothing happens to your passenger in transit.
That's us, Junior G-Man, hero of the hour.
Where does it say that?
All right, so you're gonna make a liar out of me for 4 words. Don't you know in the newspaper you gotta read between the lines?
Say, you are a hero, Bo. I think you ought to get medals, that's what I think. Tell me more about it.
There we was, trapped. Smoke to the right of me, smoke to the left of me. Flames crackling around me, just like it was a sizzle pup at a weenie roast. Me and Greaseball are fighting two of the gangs, you see? Greaseball goes down, so I gotta take on both of them. They start to run. Can I go after them? No, because there's my little friend Greaseball burning to death in the flames. I reach down, I grab him, sling him over my shoulder. The old fireman's lifting him.
Hey.
There I am. The flames are starting to beat me. I gotta get through. I do get through. Balls! Balls in here! Hey, that's Eddie. Where is he?
In that truck.
Taguchi warehouse we've been watching.
You get hold of Ames right away.
The copper, you getting soft?
No, I'm getting smart. Hurry up, on your way, quick.
Hey, Ace, we can't use the truck. It's got a broken wheel. We can't walk.
What's the matter with running? We'll take the place out until the coppers get there. Hurry up, it's gonna get dark. Now you're talking.
I just talked to the hospital, and your father's gonna be okay.
Oh, boy, that's swell. And we found out where Eddie is.
You did? Well, don't you think we ought to...
I know, well, you ought to tell Ames. I sent Greaseball to do that. I'll tell you about it on the way. Why don't your friend Ames get here?
Well, he'll be here. Give him time.
Somebody's coming. No, it's just bulls.
Hey, fellas, I found an open window.
That's for me. I ain't waiting any longer.
Here it is.
It's locked with a wing nut. Here.
Your attempt to escape today was most unwise, unless, of course, the safety of your brother means nothing to you.
I don't believe you've got Ace at all. Where is he?
Right here in this building.
And why are you afraid to let me see him?
You'll see him when you finish your work.
Hey, somebody's coming. Let's hide.
This bench is your home from now on. No sleep, no eat until you've shown some results.
Yango kids broke into the building.
What kid, my brother?
This is just what I've been waiting for.
Hey, Ace, in here!
something wrong with
Yeah, you are.
Searching for identification.
Okay.
See, you guys think of everything, don't you?
The police! Now, quick! What about the kid brother? We haven't got time for him. Come on, folks, snap out of it.
Set the time switch. We've got to blow this place up.
Don't miss Satan Fires the Fuse, Chapter 8 of Junior G-Men of the Air at this theater next week.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Huh. That was Araka. He's evacuating the warehouse and bringing that young inventor back here.
What's the trouble?
That young Ace Holden and his gang brought Ames and the police to the place.
We've got to get rid of that Holden kid. The way he and his gang work with the cops will upset all our plans.
I've ordered Araka to blow up the warehouse. That should take care of young Holden and the police.
Something wrong with
Yeah, you are.
Searching for identification.
Okay.
See, you guys think of everything, don't you?
The police! Now, quick! What about the kid brother? We haven't got time for him.
Set the time switch. We've got to blow this place up.
time switch. Yes, the place will blow up in less than 2 minutes. Get the axe.
We'd be crashing Angel Gabriel's gates right now.
Boy, look at them burn. Maybe Eddie's still in there. Those fire trucks better hurry if they want to cool this bonfire.
Get any of them? No, they beat it through a tunnel. Had a car waiting outside.
Did you see Eddie?
They took him with them. Your men get out all right. A couple of them got banged up, nothing serious.
There won't be any clues left in that mess.
There'll be nothing left. That bunch had their getaway well planned and well protected.
Right, Ted.
You see how well organized they are. Every move timed and planned for any emergency. Those are not just gangsters, they're saboteurs, fifth columnists.
Araka, you have failed once too often. Your stupidity has lost us one of our most important centers of operation.
But Baron, I could not foresee that those kids...
You mean you did not foresee? You have let a gang of meddlesome youngsters outwit you at every turn.
I assure you, Excellency, the Holden boy and his gang will be disposed of.
I'm glad to see you are so determined. But since for the present you are on probation, I must take your orders from Beale. I am placing him in charge of our field activities. But until you redeem yourself by bringing to me Ace Holden.
Yes, Excellency.
Beale. Your first assignment will be the destruction of the Highgate Dam.
The Highgate Dam?
Yes. Not only will it cut off the city's main power supply, but the flood will wipe out a large settlement of highly skilled defense workers.
But I thought our main operations were to start December 7th.
You have your orders. You will immediately transfer our equipment to a new base of operations, the Hiruna Market.
5 cents. Thank you.
While you're unloading, I'll take a look around. There's a chance that Holden boy may be in the neighborhood.
Make it fast. We've got to get busy on the Highgate Dam. Take everything but the explosives and detonate it downstairs. That's for the dam.
Okay.
Come running when they see this. You know how greedy Americans are for bargain sales.
We'll give them bargains that'll make them dance, and our machine guns will play the music.
Extra, get your paper. Police smash, big spy ring. Junior G-men locate gang hideout. Get your paper, mister. Thank you. Get your paper. Police smash, big spy ring. Junior G-men locate gang hideout. Get your paper. Junior G-men locate gang hideout.
Listen to that. Give me one of them rags.
Why, yeah.
Hey, buddy, that'll cost you a nickel. please, he's reading.
Give him a nickel, Bolts.
Give him a nickel, Stick.
Give him a nickel, Greaseball.
I'll toss you, double or nothing.
Okay.
Heads. Thanks, buddy. Get away, you crook. What's it say about us, Ace?
Oh, not much. The police received important information from Jerry Markham and a group of his Junior G-men.
Junior G-men? What kind of a rap they trying to pin on us?
All those cops. What are they trying to prove?
Jerry Markham and his Junior G-men. What do they think we are, stooges?
I thought they at least have my picture in the paper. My name ain't even there.
Figures, you ain't got no appeal.
That ain't what my girl said.
Quiet, you publicity hounds. Fellas, look.
I'm telling you, mister, I ain't seen Ace Holden in weeks.
Smack me down if it ain't double-faced.
You'll stop lying if you know what's good for you.
I ain't lying. Me and him get along like poison. Ask anybody.
Good. I don't like him either.
That's one of them Fifth Column guys he's talking to.
He's giving Double-Face some dough.
Let's tail him.
No. Jump that traitor Double-Face and shove him around a little. He's gonna tell all he knows about that rat.
I can't hardly control my patience.
Let me know when you see him. I'll be in this market.
Nice. Stick. You and Greaseball go down the street.
A rat. Look out, will you? A couple of guys with us. No rats.
This is a #1 market. Nice fruit. Vegetable.
Let's get out of here before he tries to sell us the joint.
Come on, we'll wait for Ace across the street.
Nice fruit.
Nice boys.
Hey, Ace. What? A stairway. Maybe we're down there.
I'll take a look. You wait here.
Watch what you're doing. That ain't hay you're handling.
There's one worm that won't upset the apple cart anymore.
For a small worm, it took enough of us to handle him.
You have no right to be sarcastic about it. I'm taking him to the Baron at once.
Wait a minute, you're forgetting. Our job is to blow up the Highgate Dam.
My job is to deliver this thorn in my side to the Baron. I'll meet you at the dam.
All right. Use the truck. But transfer all the explosives and equipment to the ambulance.
A little assistance, Monk, if you please. Come on, into the truck with me.
I'll stow it in the ambulance. Suppose you can tie up the kid without help. He's out cold.
The racket's pretty anxious to get to the Baron with his prize.
Why not? Young Holden has good life insurance for a lockup.
What about the rest of the stuff?
It's downstairs. We'll get it right now.
No, artificial perspiration, just like I saw Jerry do.
You better look again, kid. Hey, what's rolling? Where we going?
We're in a truck, and one of Fifth Column's driving. He's taking you to the Baron.
Swell. Maybe that's where Eddie's gone. Cut my fingers, will you? Hey, is only one of the gang driving?
Yeah, and you know what?
What?
The rest of the gang's on their way to blow up the Highgate Dam.
Why'd you tell me before, you dope? We can't let them do that. We gotta get word to Ames.
What about your brother?
The dam comes first. If they take our country, Eddie wouldn't want to live in it. Let's go.
No, this truck's going too fast.
We'll jump off in the soft dirt. Follow me.
Look me over, my own one piece.
Yeah, you're all right. We'll call Jerry from that gas station. Tell Ames that gang's gonna blow up the Highgate Dam. Yeah, then get my plane and pick up me and Bolts. Highway 68 near the Lake Road. Yeah, you can land in the field back of the gas station. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Ames. This is Jerry.
Nice going, Jerry. We'll get right on it. That gang of saboteurs is planning to blow up the Highgate Dam. Get a couple of squad cars.
Thanks a lot for picking us up, Jerry.
Yeah, sure would have been a long walk back.
We're not going back. We're flying out to the dam to see if we can't help Ames.
Hey, there's a 5-column guys, but where's the cops?
Don't worry, they'll be there. Remember, this plane's a lot faster than those squad cars.
They might be too late. We won't wait for them.
Recognize the plane?
No, probably just some sightseers.
He'd better take a good look or there wouldn't be nothing to see for very long.
I set that last charge right smack in the middle.
Good enough. You two hook up the wires. I'll get across and tell Kamoro to connect that detonator. Let us know when you're ready.
Right.
Take it easy, fellas. We gotta sneak up on him.
Get ready, they're wiring the charges.
Okay.
All set? Yeah, we'll get on the other side and give them the green light.
We've gotta stop them. I'll take the one in front. You guys get the other one.
The police. Let's step on it. We gotta finish this job. But what about Monconaugher? Let them take care of themselves. All right, here she goes.
Don't miss Satanic Sabotage, Chapter 9 of Junior G-Men of the Air, at this theater next week.
This where you told the squad cars to meet us?
Yeah, they should be along here now. Here come the squad cars now. What do you suppose those 5th columnists want to blow up the Highgate Dam?
Well, if they blow it up, they'll cut off the power supply for all the defense projects in this area.
How do you suppose Jerry found out about it?
Ace Holden phoned him. He heard the gang talking.
That Holden kid sure gets around.
Right. He's probably up at the dam right now where we ought to be.
Hey, there's the 5-column guys, but where's the cops?
Don't worry, they'll be there. Remember, this plane's a lot faster than those squad cars.
They might be too late. We won't wait for them.
Recognize the plane? No. Probably just some sightseers.
He'd better take a good look or there wouldn't be nothing to see for very long.
I set that last charge right smack in the middle.
Good enough. You two hook up the wires. I'll get across and tell Kamoro to connect the detonator. Let us know when you're ready.
Right.
Take it easy, fellas. We gotta sneak up on him.
Get ready. They're wiring the charges.
Okay.
All set?
Yeah, we'll get on the other side and give them the green light.
We've gotta stop them. I'll take the one in front. You guys get the other one.
Gotta finish this job. But what about Monk and Auger? Let them take care of themselves.
All right, here she goes.
Hey, where is he? Did he get across?
He made it just in time.
Highgate Dam was a nice dam.
Oh, never mind the wisecracks. You hear those police cars, don't you? Stow that stuff in the ambulance. I'll round up Monk and Auger.
Right.
What are we gonna do with this stick? Tie him up and take him to a taxidermist. I'll get a rope from the plane. What do you need a rope for? He's out cold.
Bolt! Ace is in trouble.
Gee, we gotta get across to help him, but how?
Well, we've got to find a way. Let's go around the bend. Come on.
Days. There he is! How do we get down there? This way.
All right, Ted, you take the men and cover that side. We'll take this.
Ace is down there drowning.
Get a rope out of the car.
Come on.
Hold on, Ace. Hang on. Take it easy. Hold on there now. Grab a rope to you in a minute. We'll get you out all right, Ace.
on, boy. That's it. Well, you just got that rope out there in time.
You all right, Ace?
Yeah, sure. Just a little wet.
Just a little wet. I mean, he's got out of 10 years' growth.
Did you get them saboteurs?
My men are after them now.
They got away in an ambulance. Hey, we left one of them lugs up there. He's out cold on dry ice.
Come on.
Hey, he's gone. Obviously. Yeah, but he was right here, I tell you.
Well, he's not here now.
Hey, that's my plane. Who's flying it?
It must be that fifth column red. He's the guy who flies the Saboteur plane. He must have stole it.
Sorry you let him get away, fellas.
Have you cops had Mr. Bo had a
Quiet, blubbermouth. We're sorry they got away. We tried to stop them.
I know you did, Ace. We've got to round up that gang of saboteurs before they do any more damage like this.
Think of the Holmeses flood'll sweep away the rats.
They put my father in the hospital, and they still got my brother. Don't forget that.
We haven't forgotten it, Ace. And don't you forget, that gang has been planning murder for a long time. That's something we Americans have got to realize, deal with. Let's get going.
Well, there's something we haven't had time to tell you. The Haruna
Yeah,
market...
we think it's another one of their hideouts.
Yeah.
Good enough. Tell me all about it on the way in.
Thanks for picking me up.
You got here, didn't you?
Through no fault of yours. Lucky I found the kid's plane. Next time you'll report to the Baron when you return. He's waiting for you.
Congratulations, Beale. Your success with the Highgate Dam assignment will not be forgotten. But it was very careless of you to lose Auger. He was a very good man.
Unfortunate, but not careless. That word applies much better to a rucker. Letting the Holden kid walk right into his arms and practically walk right out again.
You mean he had the Holden boy a prisoner?
Yeah, we caught him snooping around the market and a rucker.
Is this true, a rucker? I had him trapped, but he trapped him and lost him? You idiot. He will go to the police.
I think not, Excellency. When I blew up to them, I threw him in for good measure.
Very good, Beale, very good. But he may have told someone about the market before you disposed of him. Better get rid of all those supplies and equipment at once.
At once, Excellency.
Oh, Araka, I have a special assignment for you. It may be your last for the Black Dragon. I am depending upon your doing it well.
That's the place.
You saw the same gang here that operated out of the warehouse?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ted, distribute your men.
Hey, Coco.
Hey! For Pete's sake, where'd you guys go? What's the idea of taking up powder?
Look who's big, but we've been fighting enemies, bare face.
And we've been trailing double face until he gave us a slip.
Dummy up, you guys.
Hey, we're gonna help the cops catch the fifth column.
Yeah. Wait till I get my hands on those guys.
You know what?
I have to think it over.
Why are you still here? I told you the police...
All right, keep your shirt on. Monk, you take the ambulance, come over, and I will follow you in the truck.
Forget the truck.
I'm not leaving that special motor. It's the fastest truck we've got. I'll be right on your heels.
All right, men, we'll close in. You boys stay back out of the line of fire.
All right, kid, and burl the gas.
That's a...
How about...
Hiruma, you and your men, bust up as much stuff as you can, and then beat it through the cellar tunnel before the police get you.
Upstairs, fellas.
Through the tunnel!
Boy, get all this arsenal. There's enough bombs here for a whole army.
They must have been working on a defense program.
I told you kids to keep out of this.
Can't hear you. I got cotton in my ears.
We just want to make sure you cops them up the job.
Oh, shut up, you dope.
Mr. Ames? Yes? Got them all here. But only these three can still talk.
Good work, Sullivan. Take them down to headquarters. Leave a couple of your men to guard this stuff. We'll have a truck pick it up.
Yes, sir. Bill, you and Jack stay here.
You spies?
Jack, I'd like to beat you all up right now.
Well, Bolts, do the coppers rate with you now?
Not bad, not bad.
I wish you'd let me grill them fish. Brother, would they be well done?
Fish, them guys are just minnows. You ought to throw them back.
Oh, no. We'll use the little ones to catch the big ones. Let's take a look upstairs.
Hey, Don.
Yeah?
We just chased this bunch that came out of the alley behind the market.
You caught them?
No, we were right on the tail when the rats unloaded some high explosives in our face.
It's too bad you let them get away.
Yeah, it was tough luck. On the way back, I picked up a radio message from headquarters. There's several hundred people stranded in the flood area below the dam.
We've got right down there.
Hey, you hear that? Stranded. And with none to eat, too, I bet you.
What's the matter with making these fifth columnists feed them?
Stop dreaming.
Who's dreaming? Here's a whole market filled with their food. We can fly over the flood in Jerry's plane
And got the food in parachutes. Say, that's an inspiration, Ace. What do you mean? It's genius. Stop cracking and start packing.
How are they gonna get that food when we drop it to them?
There's some men in a boat down there. They'll pick it up.
Ready to drop the stuff?
Yeah, all set. Bolts, hand me that. For those oil derricks, Ace.
Don't worry, I won't hit them.
Hey, that's a funny place for an ambulance. Here, let me have those glasses, Bolt. That's the ambulance those saboteurs use for a getaway.
I'm gonna follow them. Maybe they're headed for the place they're holding Eddie prisoner.
Tools and explosives in the ambulance. I'll get the sedan.
Why the sedan? Why don't you ask him?
Jerry, you go back for Ames. We'll stay here and keep an eye on the shack.
Okay.
I get a hunch they got Eddie in that shack.
Nah, can't be. Those guys are loading explosives. They're gonna blow up something somewhere.
Let's hide out in the ambulance and see what they're up to.
Okay.
Enough explosives in there to blow those wells sky high. Now remember, we lay low outside the oil fields until dark, then get to work.
Dropping those bombs in the dark makes my job twice as dangerous.
This is your job and the Baron saw us. And if you're careful, you might get away before the wells blow up.
Thanks for the advice.
All right, get started. I'll follow in the sedan.
While you're planning this, I'll come back with the rest of the stuff.
They're gone. I know, we gotta stop them. Let's get out of here. Oh, it's locked.
I'll break it open.
No, don't do that. They'll hear us, you dope. Didn't you hear that guy say he'd be back for more of these explosives? When he does, we'll jump him.
Okay, Kamara, get the rest of the stuff. Great work, Araka. Now we gotta get busy on the rest of the well.
Look. Not set fire to those other wells.
Good. They're so close together it'll fire the whole field.
Trapped in a Burning Chute, Chapter 10 of Junior G-Men of the Air, at this theater next week.
For me, Excellency?
Yes. You will fly over the Universal Oil fields and drop explosives on their storage tanks. Beale and the others are destroying their oil wells.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ames?
Yes?
We trailed part of that spy gang to the Universal Oil fields. Ace Holden's watching the place right now.
Is he alone?
No, Bolts is with him. They think that maybe the gang's hiding Eddie someplace around there.
Well, how did you spot him in the first place?
Well, we saw the ambulance from the air. Ace says he'll stick with the ambulance till you show up.
We'll get right out there.
While you're planning this, I'll come back with the rest of the stuff.
They're gone. I know, we gotta stop them. Let's get out of here. Oh, it's locked.
I'll break it open.
No, don't do that. They'll hear us, you dope. Didn't you hear that guy say he'd be back for more of these explosives? When he does, we'll jump him.
Okay, Kumar, get the rest of the stuff. Great work, Araka. Now we gotta get busy on the rest of the well.
Look. Lost that fire to those other wells.
Good. They're so close together it'll fire the whole field.
Got away with the ambulance.
Oh, that kid ain't human. Lucky I brought the sedan.
Where are we going?
You're not going nowhere. You're just coming back.
Some guy must have slugged me.
You're not kidding. One of them guys let a beauty. Why don't you kiss her?
I know it. My jaw feels like a couple of Jeeps were driving over. How come you're driving their wagon?
Brains, brother, brains. You should have seen me ditch them guys. The last one I made on 2 wheels.
Hey, we better stop somewhere and get hold of Ames. He'll want to see this ambulance of theirs.
That can wait till tomorrow. Right now, I gotta take you home and put you to bed. You got a broken jaw.
I am sick of your fantastic tales. All you have done lately is to bring me misinformation. The Holden boy was not drowned at the dam, as you reported.
We did our best. But these kids are the toughest, fastest moving mob I ever ran into.
It seems absurd for the success of our great mission. Our plans to conquer this country should be imperiled because of this gang of young roughnecks.
But it's not only the kids themselves. They've been giving information to the authorities.
Yes, I'm aware of that. It is only my most careful planning that has prevented the authorities from arresting us all. That and the fact that they are so confident, so smug, that they do not even see the approaching danger. Your most important mission is to dispose of those boys.
Yes, Excellency.
Here you are, Jerry. Here's one list of vegetable markets.
Well, thanks, Bob. Well, this'll do for a starter.
I still think it's a waste of time.
No, you're wrong, Ace. You found all those guns and stuff at the Haruna market. Well, I'll bet that isn't the only front they're operating from, and they may be holding Eddie in just such a place.
Could be, I guess. I'll have a gang case these joints.
Well, I'll call Don Ames and tell him what we're doing, then I'll meet you at your place.
Fine.
Finish the job?
Sure, the old truck's ready to roll at 90 miles an hour.
That's more than this hunk of junk will ever do.
How you guys coming along?
We ain't. This heap will never fly.
It's gotta. We're stymied unless we get her in the air again.
If this pie wagon ever gets in the air again, I'll sprout wings.
Look, don't
Come on, can the chatter. We got other work right now.
Yeah, what? Tattoo a couple of Japs?
We gotta run down all these nippy markets. Hey, the first one's a Sakahito, 7214 Lancashire.
7214. Well, what are we waiting for?
Go. Stop quick. That's the truck we're looking for.
What's up?
I'm getting on that truck.
You're crazy.
Maybe I am, and maybe it'll take me to where they're hiding Eddie. You guys pick up our truck and follow me.
Suppose you're gone before we get back.
Hit me at the farm. I still got a hunch that's their hideout.
Why don't we drive right up to the junkyard and get them?
Yeah, why stop here? This is close enough. You take this load in, Kamala and I'll wait here and watch that Holden kid and his gang. This time we're taking him in.
But you'll need a car.
Everything is taken care of. There'll be a car here when I'm ready for it.
Come on. Hey, where's Ace? He's part of some Fifth Columns. Where?
Down the street. We gotta follow him in our truck.
Get out of here with that slop. I'm not gonna eat it. You'll eat this, my friend, or go hungry.
Come on, let's get out of here, Eddie.
Get those doors open.
The alarm. See what it is.
The Holden boys, both of them, they got away.
That's Ace's plane. You must have broken the gas line. Get into your shoes. What, leave you here? Go on, I'll bail out with you. Hold on like you meant it, kid. Chute's on fire.
They'll never make it. That chute's gonna rip wide open.
We'll never make it. Hang on, kid.
Don't miss Undeclared War, Chapter 11 of Junior G-Men of the Air at this theater next week.
The idea of Aces hiding in that gang's truck alone. Hey yourself, will you? He's got to find that hideout, ain't he?
Sure, that's the only way we'll ever get Eddie away from them spies.
Step on it, Bolts. They said we had to get out to that farm on the double. Get those doors open.
The alarm. See what it is.
The Holden boys, both of them, they got away.
That's Ace's plane. That dope must have broken the gas line. Get into your shoes. What, leave you here? Go on, Bill, I'm with you. Hold on like you meant it, kid. Hey! The chute's on fire!
You'll never make it. That chute's gonna rip wide open.
There's a lake down there. That's a good place to land. When we get close enough, drop off! Come on, let's give him some first aid.
Looks like you're going to be too late with your first aid, Beale.
Save your breath. We'll take the whole gang.
We'll never catch him in that hopped-up job of theirs, you know that.
Shut up and drive.
No, we're not. We've still got enough speed to get around that curve. When we do, you guys jump when I tell you. Those guys out of sight yet?
Yeah.
All right, jump for that brush.
Took a detour.
Stop the car.
See any of them?
Nah, they must have jumped before the truck crashed.
Let's scram, fellas, on the double. This wagon smells bad.
We'll give it an airing. missing?
No, just some maps of Honolulu, Pearl Harbor, and the Hawaiian Islands.
Maybe it's getting hot for them. They're planning on moving out.
Yeah, maybe. And where are we headed for, Ace?
Straight to Don Ames, brother. I've got a hunch things are gonna bust wide open.
Now what's happened?
This is Eddie.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Where did you find him?
At the truck farm. They were holding him prisoner.
We just came from there. They've been trying to get the secret of his airplane muffler out of him.
Did they get it?
What do you think?
I think you probably got more secrets out of them than they did out of you, right?
Right. They're a gang of spies and saboteurs, and they're part of a plot for an all-out attack on our country. And it's not just a local plot. The Baron's top dog here, but he gets orders from higher up. They've got enough guns and ammunition at that place to outfit an army. That's right. They're all set to take over on what they call X-Day. And that is, I couldn't find out.
Any idea how many of them are out there?
Must be over 100. They're disguised as farmhands.
Good work, Eddie. There's only one way to handle a situation like this. Get the governor on the phone. Tell him it's urgent.
Yes, sir. What goes now? Do we take him?
I'll say we'll take him. We're going to have an X-Day of our own.
Well, what are we waiting for? The whites of their eyes?
Just the State Guard, fella.
You stumbled onto something hot, eh?
Too hot to handle alone, Colonel.
That's what the governor told me. You're sure you're ground?
Absolutely, sir. This is a job for the State Guard.
But we're not at war with Japan. Why, their envoys are in Washington this very minute talking peace.
I can't help that, sir. These men are definitely saboteurs. History repeats itself. It won't be the first time Japan has talked peace and made war at the same time.
All right. What do you want us to do?
I want that farm seized, searched, and the men on it placed under arrest.
Where is this farm?
In Superior Valley.
Near the foothills?
Yes, sir.
In that case, you'll need 2 companies. One to approach from the front, the other to cut off any escape to the hills.
That was exactly my idea, Colonel. Just a moment, please. Well, Jerry, Ace. Now, these boys are familiar with that territory. They'll ride with one company, and I'll go with the other.
I can't allow you to expose these boys to danger.
I understand that. When we reach the farm, you boys stay back out of the trouble zone.
Hey, wait a minute. We're in this up to our necks.
Yeah, I know. That's far enough.
What about Eddie and the rest of the fellas?
They'll stay in town.
All right, we'll do anything you say.
Good. And we're all set, Colonel.
Well, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thing. We knock them saboteurs right in the cops' laps and don't even get in on a firework.
The forgotten men, that's us. I've got to get in on it long enough to give that Baron guy his lumps. I owe him that much for his hospitality.
I'm willing to go along with you guys, just so you won't knock yourselves out.
But how are we going to get to that farm?
I got flats and walking's out. Who's walking? That's our man. Hiya, Whitey, old boy. Do a good deed for today. Lend us your car for a few minutes, we bring it back tomorrow.
Shove off.
Oh, Whitey. How about renting it?
Cost you $2.
$1.
$1.50.
$1.25.
$1.30.
So, put it on the cup.
Let's go. Come on. Take good care of it, will you now?
Yeah.
Let's put it in. Okay, come on.
Boy, you sure picked a Lulu when you got us into this speedboat.
Yeah, it's going better than 10 miles an hour.
Geez, no better than 12 and a half.
I want to get this car out to that farm if I have to carry it.
I don't know. When you walk, you get bunions. But sitting in this boiler, you get calluses.
Oh, it's better than nothing, fellas.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
The escape of those boys is the climax of a series of blunders that is nothing short of criminal.
We did the best we could, Excellency.
It means that in all probability, the police are on their way out here right now.
SM calling headquarters. Come in, headquarters. SM calling headquarters. Come in, headquarters.
Headquarters, proceed.
SM reporting. I've just spotted 2 columns of State Guard trucks coming from different directions toward the farm.
I expected as much. Get him here as quickly as possible. guard trucks are on their way here now. I'm going to have to act sooner than I had planned. Every man report to his post immediately. Hello. Contact our fleet in the Pacific. Find out if Honolulu and Pearl Harbor have been attacked today as scheduled.
Be the right road.
Oh, we know this road like a book. Hey, you couldn't get this truck to go a little faster, could you?
Ready?
Enough explosives in these cans to blow up a battleship.
Right. We'll give those State Guard trucks the smell of war. Ready.
Hey, Jerry. That looks like the same plane bombed us on the road the other day.
Yeah, it is.
Get under cover.
Stick tight. These trucks can take anything but a direct hit.
What are you trying to do? See how close you can come without hitting them?
Bring this crate around into position again.
What's that guy trying to do? Commit suicide? Give me a shell.
Right down on them Joes.
Don't miss Civilian Courage Conquers, Chapter 12 of Junior G-Men of the Air at this theater next week.
boys certainly deserve a lot of credit. Locating that 5th column hideout? Yes, Ames asked for help to round up the gang. I've given him 2 State Guard companies. They're already on their way.
Colonel Mitchell, my office is swarming with reporters. They want to know about the Holden boys' rescue.
Tell them to save their questions till Ace Holden gets back. Right now, he's on his way to the hideout in a State Guard truck.
Yes, sir.
Get one of those cans ready.
Same plane bombed us on the road the other day.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, we ought to get under cover.
Stick tight. These trucks can take anything but a direct hit.
Trying to do? See how close you can come without hitting them?
Bring this crate around into position again.
I ain't trying to do. Commit suicide? Give me a shell.
Dropping right down on them Joes.
Trucks very close on South Road. Signal the attack when they leave their trucks.
Very good, Excellency. I regret to inform our plane shut down.
A minor victory for the enemy. We will soon have many planes here.
We must change plan of attack. State Guard getting out on other side of trucks. Double time!
through being a spectator.
You better be careful, Ace.
Careful nothing. I'm going out there and pay off those guys for what they did to my dad and Eddie. And besides that, I'm going to collect me a couple of Japs as souvenirs. I know where you are. I'm after that Barron guy.
Well, how are you going to recognize him?
I'll recognize him, all right. Eddie told me all about him.
Grab a gun.
Well, we chased him off, all right. Barron's got a rat hole someplace down here, and I'm going to find out where it is. too late.
He's dead.
We better go tell somebody.
That would not be necessary. Drop those guns, please. We will all leave here together. It is fitting that you are here to share the end with me. Because of you, my work was interrupted before it was completed. To you, I owe my failure. But though I have failed, my countrymen elsewhere have succeeded. This morning, they attacked Pearl Harbor and Manila. Your Pacific fleet is destroyed. Your army routed. The great ocean empire of the Pacific is ours.
I don't believe it.
You're lying.
Unfortunately, you will not live to learn that I have spoken the truth.
Is this the man Eddie called the Baron?
Yeah, we saw him before, remember?
Yes, I remember. Have the medical detachment take care of him and then hold him for me.
He just told us the Japs attacked Pearl Harbor and Manila and wiped out our Army and Navy.
He's probably fallen for some of his own propaganda.
He got part of it right anyhow.
What?
The Japs attacked Manila and Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor? Huh?
Then declared war. We just got it on the short wave.
Oh, we can wipe them skivvies off the map in a week.
Don't kid yourself. No, it isn't going to be easy.
No, we've got a job ahead of us.
You boys did a fine job leading us to this saboteur's nest.
Well, I ain't so smart. I just thought it was an old-fashioned gang fight.
I guess you know the meaning of subversive now, don't you?
You're darn right. I can even spell it. It starts with J-A-P.
Outside, you fellas. Report to my office first thing in the morning, all of you.
And report to me at the armory tonight.
That's for me. We'll sure be there. Come on, sure. Come on. Hey, look.
Now, let's give this room a good going over. We may find some valuable information here if they haven't destroyed everything. Oh. Yes, that's what I mean. Investigate every market, nursery, truck, farm, fishing boat, and everything else in this state operated by enemy aliens. Yes?
The senator is here, Mr. Ames.
Ask him to come in.
Oh, how are you, Ames?
Fine, Senator.
Oh, you wasn't?
How do you do? Do you have my chair?
Thank you. Well, these the boys you told me about?
Yes, Senator.
Well, I understand that you are all Junior G-men.
Yes, that's right.
Well, the governor has instructed me to thank you on behalf of the state for the courageous work you did in exposing this dangerous organization to sabotage. If those enemy aliens hadn't been discovered in time, there's no doubt that great property damage and loss of life would have occurred. But thanks to you boys and the organized forces of the state, such a disaster was averted. But what did happen here has aroused the people in every section of the country. Everywhere, people are mobilizing. From the office, farm, factory, gathering in cheering throngs to fight this war that has been forced upon us.